Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we will be talking about this new polling that we have from two states, Nevada and Arizona, that shows Kamala Harris gaining ground in these two very important Sunbelt states. Now these are, again, important states and states that we weren't really talking about when Joe Biden was the presumptive Democratic nominee. Joe Biden's campaign was focusing more on the Rust Belt. He thought his path to victory was Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. But this goes to show how Kamala Harris now, with her, standing as a very strong electoral candidate now, is trying to expand the map to Arizona, Nevada, these Sunbelt states. So these two polls in Arizona and Nevada from Strategies 360, these came out yesterday. These were a big shock. You see, they got a lot of attention, 9.5 thousand likes, especially in Nevada. We see in Nevada, Kamala Harris has taken a lead in this poll by 6 percentage points. That is significant. The state of Nevada only voted for Joe Biden by 2.4% in the last election. Now, when you look down at Arizona, there we go. Arizona, Kamala Harris also has a lead in the state of Arizona. Arizona, she is leading 47 to 46 by 1 point. Now, Arizona voted for Joe Biden by 0.3%. So Kamala Harris is now, increasing this margin times 3. She's doing 3 times better than Biden when it comes to the margin from 2020, and almost 3 times better in Nevada as well when it comes to the margin. So Harris is really running up her numbers in these two states. These two states, combined 17 electoral votes, extremely critical when it comes to a close election like this. These two states could make the difference. And Kamala Harris is now running up her numbers, putting these states further into her column. I predict that both these states will go to her. I think that they both fall under her column right now. I believe that she is favored in both. But polls like this, these are the polls that she needs. More polls that show pretty healthy leads. I mean, for Arizona standards, that is pretty healthy for a lead. But a 6-point lead in Nevada especially is extremely significant. 6 points is so much in a state that voted for Biden by 2.4%. Now, let's talk about these two states, why they matter so much on the electoral map, Nevada and Arizona, because again, the Biden campaign and even early on the Harris campaign, it looked like they were targeting 3 states, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, because if they win those 3, that's 270 electoral votes with all the other blue states. It's only a handful of battleground states, but it does give them victory. Joe Biden won all 3 of these in the last election. Wisconsin by 0.6, Michigan by 2.8, Pennsylvania by 1.2. But now Kamala Harris, it looks like, is really in the running in the Sunbelt. This was something that Joe Biden was not able to accomplish. Joe Biden, as an older, more moderate white guy, he was trying to target these blue-collar working-class voters who had responded very friendly towards him back in the 2020 election. That's how he won Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. But Kamala Harris, being an African-American woman, a very historic candidate, is really expanding her electoral map to these more diverse states. That is what is boosting her, essentially, is her standing as, an African-American woman. She would be the first African-American or Indian-American woman elected a U.S. president ever. So these diverse states with Latino populations, African-American populations that are significant when it comes to, voter blocks, those voters are turning, they weren't responding friendly to Joe Biden in 2024, all things considered, but they are responding a lot friendlier towards Kamala Harris now because she aligns with them. She appeals to these minority voters. Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, and North Carolina, these are Sunbelt states that are extremely diverse. Nevada and Arizona, high Latino populations, as well as North Carolina. But North Carolina and Georgia, more prominently, you have high African-American voter turnout. So expanding the electoral map is huge because I believe that Michigan and Pennsylvania are under her belt. I think that she definitely wins Michigan and Pennsylvania. Wisconsin, I'm not so sure about. But even if she does, I really don't know who's favored right now. I'm very torn on Wisconsin. I guess I would say that Harris is narrowly favored to win Wisconsin. So that already gives her victory. But now what you see, if she is looking at Nevada and Arizona and looking very strong in these two states, that gives her leverage. You don't want to win an election, or you don't want to target the electoral map to win the election with 270 electoral votes. You don't want to target just this, because what that means is that it gives you literally zero wiggle room. If you lose one of these three states, it's over. Donald Trump is elected president. Even if you lose the congressional district in Nebraska, if Donald Trump is able to carry that, that's an electoral tie now, 269 to 269. It would then go to Congress, which would pick Donald Trump, resulting, of course, in a Donald Trump victory. So, you have zero wiggle room when it comes to, targeting an electoral map that would give you 270 electoral votes. You never want to do that. So by winning Arizona and Nevada, you now put at 287. That's not even to mention North Carolina and Georgia. She might be favored to win those two states as well. But now you have 287. That's a lot more. That's 17 more electoral votes than the minimum 270 that are required. So now you have a lot of wiggle room, even without Georgia and North Carolina. Now you could lose Michigan. You could literally lose the state of Michigan and the congressional district. Or you can, the congressional district is probably in Kamala Harris's hands. Or you could keep Michigan and allow Trump to pick off Wisconsin, where the Harris campaign isn't looking the best. That gives you a lot of room. You're still at 277, Trump at 261. So Arizona and Nevada, expanding the map away from the Rust Belt is huge, because now you're moving away from just getting 270 electoral votes, an extremely narrow victory with zero wiggle room, now to a more broad electoral sweep. Well, far from a sweep, definitely far from a sweep, but a healthy electoral college win. So these two polls, very, very good for the Harris campaign. And again, this is exactly what Kamala Harris needs to do. It's run her polling numbers up in some of these swing states, which is what she's doing. For example, in Nevada, she is currently only up by 0.4% today. And I don't know if that's after or before this new poll, but if she gets more polls like this, where she's ahead by 6 in the state of Nevada, that runs up her polling numbers. That runs up the polling average in the state, because point is, in 2020, the poll said on election day, Joe Biden would win the state of Nevada by 5.3%. He only won it by 2.4. So you've got about a 3-point underestimation for Donald Trump, overestimation for the Democrats in 2020 in Nevada. And that's not even a bad example. There are way worse examples. Biden was overestimated by 8 points on election day in Wisconsin. But in Nevada, you've got Biden being overestimated by 3 points back in 2020. So, Harris wants to consistently start getting polling above 3% when it comes to the margin. Now, I don't believe that Trump will be as underestimated in the polling as he was in 2020 and 2016, that is. And this is multiple examples. I believe that the polls have finally, uncovered the hidden Trump voter. Or not even that, there just aren't as many hidden Trump voters, considering the mood of the country turning away from Donald Trump, everything like that. But, Nevada, Kamala Harris wants to start getting polls, above a 3% margin, just like this, a 6% margin, because then that gives you lots of wiggle room, right? If you're leading by 6, or even by 5 on average on election day in Nevada, and polls overestimate you by 3 like they did Biden, then you win the state of Nevada by 2. It's still a victory in Nevada. So she shouldn't feel comfortable with this polling where she's only ahead by 0.3. She really shouldn't, considering how time and time again in presidential elections, Democrats are overestimated in polling. She wants to increase her margins in Nevada. Going to Arizona now, you have, of course, a very similar situation. Now, Harris is ahead by 1.1. That's in line with, what this poll says. It's almost spot on. The Strategies 360 poll says that she will win by just about a point. Now, the polling said Biden would win by 2.3. He won it by 0.3, so he was overestimated in Arizona by 2.3%. So, again, she's gotta run up her numbers here, but you can just see, like Nevada, how she is getting these numbers up. Just 11 days ago, August 11, 2024, it was even. Both candidates at 44.8%. Today, she is at 1.2. She has been able to expand her victory. I mean, I should even go to August 1st, when they started their average. Donald Trump was ahead by a very healthy margin, 2.3%. It was a lot closer from when Biden was in the race, but still a very healthy margin in the state of Arizona. Since then, it has flipped candidates. Kamala Harris has taken the lead, and she's ahead by 1.2. Just to pull up Nevada here, because we had a very similar example of Kamala Harris take the lead. Just on August 10th, they literally just started their average 12 days ago. Kamala Harris was ahead by 0.5. But then on August 14th, we had a batch of new polls that showed this was just 8 days ago. This was literally 8 days ago. Trump was ahead by 0.1% on average in Nevada. Just 0.1. Since then, Kamala Harris has been able to flip the average. She is now ahead by 0.4. So, this is the rate that Kamala Harris wants to run up her polling numbers by. She wants to continue to expand her lead in the polling average, expand on the lead that Biden had in polling in 2020 to really ensure that she will win. It's risky because, again, I do believe that Donald Trump won't be as overestimated in the polling as he was in 2020, but still, it's very risky to go into Election Day and know that you're only ahead by 0.3 in Nevada because, all things considered, Trump is still probably going to be at least a little underestimated. So being ahead by such a narrow margin, that would really make you think that Trump would win in the state, in this state at least, Nevada. But again, this is the polling that she wants to see. But I mean, really shocking polls, especially from Nevada, ahead by 6, and then she's ahead by in Arizona as well. Kamala Harris wants to see more of that. So thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe down below. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers before Election Day. So if you could help me get there, that would be great. Again, thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all later.